Thank you for your interest in volunteering for Dog and Kitty City. Volunteers are truly the lifelines to our shelter's success, and we appreciate any time you can offer. Without your help, our shelter wouldn't be able to provide homes for hundreds of animals in need. The Humane Society of Dallas County, also known as Dog and Kitty City, was founded in the 1970s but moved to its current location in 1994. We are not associated with the SPCA or the Humane Society of the U.S. We are a non-profit organization that runs solely on donations, so volunteers are vital to our operation. Our staff is easily recognized by their dark blue shirts, and they focus on shelter management, which includes shelter cleaning and maintenance, as well as providing most of the medical care for the animals. The shelter is open from 11:45 to 4:45 every day except for Tuesdays and major holidays. If you're looking to do court-appointed community service, no orientation is needed, just come at 9 ready to work. Throughout this video, we will ask you to write down answers to 3 questions to ensure you watch the video carefully. When contacting the shelter, please include the answers to the questions in your message. To volunteer, you must be at least 13 years old to work with the cats and at least 16 years old to work with the dogs. Volunteers must volunteer at least 4 hours per month for 6 months to remain a qualified volunteer. When volunteering, you must wear your light blue volunteer shirt that you will be given on orientation, closed-toed shoes, clothes that can get dirty, and we recommend long pants. Any other belongings such as handbags should be left in your car before you enter the shelter. Volunteering is open from 11:45 to 4:30 on the days that the shelter is open, which is every day except for Tuesday and major holidays. When you are looking to help out at the shelter, there is no need to schedule an appointment. You can simply show up at the shelter. The main role of the volunteers is to socialize the animals, but volunteers are expected to clean up after themselves and are welcome to assist the staff in cleaning the shelter. Now let's go over to cat orientation. You must be 13 to volunteer with the cats. At the shelter, the main job for the volunteers with the cats is cat socializing. Cat socializing is simply playing with and petting the cats. There are brushes, treats, and toys that volunteers can use to entertain them. However, you want to be sure to remember what the color of the collars mean. Please write down what each of the collars mean as the first answer to our 3 checkpoint questions. Blue means it's a boy, pink means it's a girl, green means it's friendly but not adoptable, and red means do not touch because the cat could bite. There are between 100 and 150 cats in the shelter, so there should be plenty of cats to play with when you're there. Also, there are some rooms that are prohibited to volunteers. If there is a room that has a door closed, most likely volunteers are not allowed inside. There will always be signs showing that some rooms are off limits, so please read the signs before entering any room. Finally, there are small cat doors that lead to an outside area. Please leave the doors as they are so the cats can stay in the right places. The most important thing to remember is to have fun with the cats because the love and attention from the volunteers is very important for the animals' happiness. Now on to the dog orientation. You must be 16 to work with the dogs. The main volunteer jobs associated with the dogs are dog socializing and walking the dogs. Dog socializing is your chance to play with the dogs in the yard while they get their chance to be outside of their kennel. Dog walking is also very important for the dog's mental and physical well-being, and we love knowing our dogs are going on as many long walks as they can. The times for dog walking are very strict, so please write down the times you can walk the dogs during the summer as the second answer to our 3-question checkpoint. Dog walking begins at 9 in the morning in the summer and is prohibited in weather hotter than 100 degrees because the pavement just gets too hot for their feet. Outside of the summer, dog walking is allowed during normal shelter operating hours. When opening the kennel door, please open the door toward the inside of the kennel to keep the dogs from running out. The dog must also be in a harness and have a leash attached to the collar and the harness. Each dog has a designated harness that must be kept with it or in its kennel that will be used for the walks, and you can only take one dog for a walk at a time. Make sure you carry treats and poop bags with you on your walks. Once the dog is walked, please place the walked sign on the dog's kennel and return the harnesses and leashes back to where they belong so they can be easily found for the next volunteer. Be sure that you can handle the dog you are going to walk. If you can't control a large dog, please take a smaller one for a walk. Also, be very aware of the signs on each kennel. Some dogs have special needs, so please ask a staff member before entering a dog's kennel. Volunteers can also socialize the dogs inside their kennels if they are not going on a walk. Finally, please do not switch the dogs in and out of the yards from their kennels. The staff knows which dogs play well with one another and which do not. So, for safety purposes for the dogs, staff, and volunteers, only the staff may move the dogs from their kennels to the yard. There are also many opportunities away from the shelter for volunteers to help. As the final question to our 3-question checkpoint, please write down the location of the 2 off-site programs. The Adopt a Pet program is every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and is located at the PetSmart at Inwood and Forest and serves as a temporary off-site shelter for some of our animals, so some people can become aware of possible adoptions. At Adopt a Pet, volunteers can help take care of the animals that are hoping to get adopted by walking and socializing them. The Love a Pet program is also located at the PetSmart at Inwood and Forest, but takes place every day as an off-site adoption center for Dog and Kitty City cats and kittens. Volunteers can visit the animals there as well as interact with potential adopters. One of the most important programs to Dog and Kitty City is the foster program. Volunteers provide temporary homes, love, and medical care for animals that are not ready for adoption due to illness, injury, stress, or age. Most of the animals that are fostered are small kittens with or without a mother and puppies. You can be a foster owner from 1 week to a month or more depending on the situation. We supply all of the supplies, food, and medical care, so you get to focus on providing the fun and love. If you are unable to foster or get involved at the shelter or the off-site programs, social media volunteers and photographers are always needed. You can promote the shelter's events through social media or take photos of the animals to use on our website and promote adoptions. If you are interested in volunteering, please email the shelter at volunteers@dogandkittycity.org and include the 3 pieces of information you were asked to write down throughout the video. Color of the cat's collars, dog walking time during the summer, and location of Adopt a Pet and Love a Pet. Again, thank you for your interest in Dog and Kitty City. We truly appreciate all of our volunteers and the work you do to keep the shelter going.